I'm about to say something that will trigger a lot of photographers and videographers, and at the same time, it's something you need to hear. Are you ready? What if bad clients are actually right? What if the criticism that they give you is valid? Now, before you click away from this video, let me explain what I mean. Rather than rejecting criticism from clients right away, we should take a moment and see if there's any truth behind what they're saying. And if there's any truth to it, we should take that feedback and improve our business. This is how we grow as creatives and business owners. And by leaving our ego at the door, we end up making way more money. Let's dive in because this one's gonna get juicy. If you don't know who I am, my name is Chris Pieta. I run a product photography company and teach creatives how to start and scale their businesses through my education company, Creative Biz Launch. This week, I'm sending out my 88th issue of my weekly newsletter. If you're not already signed up for that, the link for that is down below. I teach you the strategies I use to build and scale my company over the past 4 years. Link for that down below. Okay, raise your hand if you've ever gotten criticism from a client after delivering the final assets. Did you embrace it or did you get defensive? Did you use it as an opportunity to recognize your blind spot and improve? Have you ever deliberately sent out a survey to a client seeking feedback? What I want you to get out of this video is a few things. Rather than ignoring feedback and getting defensive, what if we evaluate the feedback for what it was? We can see if it's trash or if there's actually something there. What if we treated each client criticism as a learning opportunity and a way to grow our businesses? If we can recognize our blind spots, embrace a mindset of continuous improvement, and actively try and be better, our business will grow and we will lead more fulfilling lives. The first few years of my product photography career was honestly a roller coaster. I come from a street photography background, so when I started my product photography business, I honestly wasn't amazing. I was learning each and every day on how to run a business, how to take both great photos and run the business the right way. For me personally, the way I learn best is through trial and error. I try and fail, and this takes a very long time. But I actually shortcutted the process by embracing criticism. Yes, that's right. And step one of this was actually to evaluate the feedback for what it was. Is the feedback valid? I had to distinguish between feedback that actually could improve my business and feedback that might be the client's personal preferences. Next, looking for patterns in the feedback that I was getting. Was I getting the same comments over and over again from client after client? Or was the feedback a one-off thing? And when I wasn't sure if I was right or if the client was right, I went out and I would seek a second opinion. I would gather feedback from peers or mentors that helped me get a broader perspective on whether the client's feedback indicates a real problem or is just in the client's head. The next step in all of this was to become radically open-minded and actually embrace criticism. I needed a mindset shift. I had to understand that criticism is not about me as a person, but about my work, my business. This shift in disassociating myself from my work made it a lot easier to embrace criticism. Next, I took criticism as a learning opportunity. Criticism is often a reflection of what my clients' needs and expectations are. I would use their criticism to learn more about my target market. This meant I could create better offers, write better copy, and be better on sales calls, and ultimately close way more deals. Now, if I take all this criticism and apply a mindset of continuous improvement, I would be able to improve my skills. I could take online courses to improve the areas where I lacked. I could seek out new technologies and I can improve my workflow and make it easier to work with my clients. I could even assess my business strategies, take the client feedback and improve and make sure that what I was doing was in line with what the clients actually needed and not just what I thought the clients needed. I want to emphasize that last point here. Sometimes we need to know what the clients actually need. We think we know, but until we embrace a client-centric approach, we're not 100% sure. This means we need to actively listen to what our clients are saying on our sales calls and listen to any feedback they give us. This helps us personalize our services to these clients to better serve them and create long-lasting relationships. I mentioned sales calls, but even after the project is over, we should take some time and keep the relationship going. Actively checking in on clients to see how they're doing is something I do. I teach all my Creative Biz Launch students to actually ask for testimonials, reviews, and case studies so they can pitch retainers and actually land those retainers. There's a right and wrong way to engage with a client after a project is over. And the reality is, most photographers and videographers are leaving tens of thousands of dollars on the table because they messed this up. That's why I have an entire module full of lessons dedicated to teaching this inside of Creative Biz Launch. Module 5 in the program actually walks you through how to maximize your chances of landing those high-paying retainers. And if you're not inside the program yet, there's a link down below to join the waitlist and start landing those 5-figure deals. One thing I do want to share here is something all the great companies do. You know, on Amazon, after you talk with customer support, they send you a feedback survey. They ask how they did. They want to know if they solved your problem. What if we embrace the same mindset for our creative business? Now, I know this sounds like something only the big companies do, but if we actively seek out feedback, this will actually strengthen our client relationships. Now, this doesn't have to be an actual survey you send out. It could be the same questions every time and you ask them over an email. Make sure to systemize these and log all the answers you get. And if you start noticing patterns among those answers and what clients are saying, you've got a problem that you can fix. You can decide whether you need to act on it or not. Remember, evaluate all the feedback you get and see if it's an actual issue that needs solving or just a client's preference. Now, what I'm teaching you here is not easy to do. This is hard. We need to drop our egos and completely shift our mindset. And this is really hard to do. What if we deliver a project we think is perfect, but then end up receiving a lot of client criticism? You know how hard it is to actually evaluate that? It's really, really hard. But we need to start doing this client-centric approach and actually embrace all the feedback we get. One of the hardest things to do will be to respond to it professionally. Always respond to negative feedback professionally, even if the feedback is harsh. A respectful response will actually maintain your reputation. Take the high road in these situations. And when you receive negative feedback, focus on finding a solution instead of dwelling on the problem. And if this was something that was wrong with your business, let the client know when you implement a solution for this problem. After you address the client's complaint, follow up with them and show that you care. This shows you value their feedback and their satisfaction as a client. As photographers and videographers, we need to start embracing criticism and build a company that's focused on continuous improvement. Always evaluate the feedback for what it is. Through a client-centric approach like this, your business will grow and you'll be making way more money. If you need help starting your business or scaling it past the six-figure mark, join Creative Biz Launch down below. We help photographers and videographers just like you. The program is so good that we even slap a guarantee on it, so it's risk-free. Sign up below. That's all I got today. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.